this is just like that thinking through the strategy, right? It's not always about, well, I'm doing all these other things, but sometimes there are problems that you got to stop and take care of right away. Another idea would be like if you're trying to work on a lawn that is super shaded with trees. Well, you can use all the right ferts, all the biostimulants you want. Or I guess another one I see is people have trees, but they also have dogs. I guess we should talk about dogs, right? And managing the dog, because this would be the same thing. I've seen people, they'll post a picture of their lawn and they got 2 dogs back there and the entire lawn is trampled and brown. And they're like, well, what do I do? Well, we don't need biostimulants to cure the fact that grass won't grow on a playground, right? In that case, what you have to do, and what I've been doing with my dog, is I manage him. I manage where he goes. So, for example, my backyard's 1,000 square feet, and I let the dog run back there. But so far, he has not really harmed the grass at all. He's peed in a couple spots, kills a couple spots here and there. But as far as playtime goes, we do play back there, but it's controlled. I control the amount of time that we're back there. And what I do for mostly playtime is I take him to the dog park. What am I doing? I'm managing my dog while I'm managing my grass. If I just let him out back, shut the door, see you later, bro, take over the backyard, yeah, he's going to trample it to death. So instead, what do I have to do? Because I want to have a nice lawn back there. I don't, and by the way, I have a retriever. He's Retriever Shar-Pei, and he loves to get zoomies, and he loves to retrieve, and he's a runner, and he has giant paws. So he'll kill the grass if I let him have free reign of it, so I just don't let him have free reign of it. As far as what the pee goes, we manage that too. I don't just allow him to always go back there and pee. Now, there are times when it happens, but for the most part, I manage that. I put him on a leash, I take him out front, and I take him across the street, and I let him pee on the neighbor's bushes. And now he's learned that when we get the leash, and we go out this way, and we walk this certain direction, oh, I'm gonna pee over here. And he does it on command. Or I'll have him pee like before we go for a ride in the truck. He knows he always has to take a pee before we go on the ride in the truck. Well, that doesn't happen in the backyard. I control where that happens too. I take him on a walk in the morning, and that's when most of the pee comes out, right? Because he's been holding it all day. Well, that gets peed out in everywhere around the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Not in my yard. So these are the things that you have to think about. All the biostimulants and fertilizer in the world are not going to help if you have dogs trampling your lawn. And in the case of one I saw today, there was also a tree. So you had double. The 2 natural enemies to lawns are trees and dogs. Those are like the lawn's natural enemies. If you have both of those, you're not going to grow a lawn. So you have to decide. Before I decide to waste money on biostimulants and fert because I have 2 dogs and a tree in my backyard, maybe I should cut the tree down and manage the dogs a little differently. Now, again, that's easy for me to say. Not everybody can do that. Some of you are gone, you work all day. I understand. I'm just trying to give you ways to think through a strategy, to work through it, so that you can have a nice lawn instead of just saying, well, I have dogs, I have a terrible lawn, right? Or what grass seed can I plant that can handle dogs? There isn't one. Doesn't happen, right? So you got to manage things differently. You have to manage the relationship with your dog and with your lawn together. And sometimes you got to keep them separated, just like you do your siblings, right? At Thanksgiving dinner, you don't let them get together because you know it's going to cause a problem. Well, the same could be with the dog and the lawn. Now, there are times when they can get together, but it's managed. It's watched. You guys know. All right? So think of things that way. Look at things in that context, and hopefully that'll help you when you have these problems that seem insurmountable. It's just you got to manage the lawn differently. You have to approach it in a different way based on your specific circumstances, whether it's bent grass that's eventually going to take over your whole lawn. So before you fertilize and biostim, you work on killing off the bent grass, or you burn down and start over, or with trees and shade and dogs before you try to keep seeding your lawn every year with the newest foot traffic grass that they claim is going to handle shade, foot traffic, and no water and everything else. Maybe before falling for that, you just manage where the dogs are, where the dogs walk, and where they pee. So again, I'm just trying to get you guys to look at things a little differently, and hopefully that'll help in your success.